Alright, so here we are back at Ilo Demoko. There's Kevin. Hey, Kevin. And we're going to get this schematic into our workbench. Might as well get the... Let's see. Yeah, might as well also put in the automated cargo rocket, because why not? And then the Tier 3 rocket. There we go. So there's a Tier 3 rocket. So that'll be probably one of the last things we do before we get into our main build. Next on the list, we're actually going to be getting into a bunch of applied energistics too, and I think we might just have enough time to get that going right now. First, we're going to do a quick jump cut here while I clean up my inventory, because I have a lot of rubbish in it. Alright, so I've given myself a few minutes to calm down. Sorry I got so salty there about the whole Mars thing, but it really was not a fun endeavor to be up there, mostly because of how just tedious it was. I mean, it just wasn't fun. But we're past that. Now we're about to get into some nice applied energistics 2 work here. And keeping in mind that the only reason I got to go back to Mars is for a little bit more of a dash, and then I can be done with it. Sorry, still salty. Let's grab all of our AE2 stuff here. I think I can get all of this started before we're done for the day. So, the first thing we need to do is put together a quantum ring, and we're going to need the singularities for that too. We should only need one, and we're going to need a little bit of TNT as well, which we'll put together. I think there's a micro TNT or mini TNT or whatever it's called. So let's just grab these singularities out here. We're only going to need one right away. Alright, so let's just drop these other singularities in there. But first, let's make the quantum ring stuff. Quantuf? Yeah. So, to do this, we're going to need let's see, 8 quantum ring blocks and 1 quantum link chamber. In fact, great. Yes, when you change dimensions, sometimes NEI gets set to cheat mode for some reason. Alright, so this is going to take a whole bunch of stuff. And we need to make 16 of these, so it's going to be a little bit of a process. So it's going to probably be in our best interest to do these as a crafting recipe. So let's just head over to here and do that. I don't think I've got the other... Okay. I don't think I've got that energy cell set up as a crafting recipe, so we'll start with that. All the rest should be good. So that looks fairly... Yeah. Can we get some... I don't know why I'm worried about this, but... do we have some pure Certus quartz? Only need 1. I don't know why. I'm concerned about doubling my Certus quartz using pure Certus quartz when I've got 51,000 Certus quartz and a bee farm to make as much more as I want. But, I don't know where I'm going with that. I'm cheap. Okay, molecular assembler, so we'll just toss this guy right in there. And if we order one of those up, this is what, an energy cell? Yeah. Order one of those up real quick, and it should be good to go. Meanwhile, let's get the quantum ring recipe at least in there. What else am I missing? Oh, I'm missing all the processors. Ugh. Can I do the quantum link chamber at least? Oh, Fluix pearls. So that's just an ender pearl surrounded with all kinds of Fluix shenanigans. And I don't have anything here, do I? Alright, so I'm going to craft up some stuff here so that I can stop doing that. So give me a quick jump cut upgrade to kind of straighten this out a little bit. Alright, so now we should have all the stuff we need in order to make this stuff. So, or at least we should be close. I hope we're there. Alright, so we're going to need 8 of these Fluix pearls because we need to make 2 of these gates. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, I don't have enough Fluix dust. Oh, no, there it is. Not sure why that didn't pull in. Oh, that's because it's still probably making up. Alright, so there's 8 of those. So then... It's a Fluix pearl, so then we need quantum. Let's hope... Don't have enough quartz glass now. Alright, so we got everything for our link chambers done. I already made one of them. We just grabbed the other one out here. That's Fluix pearls and I believe that's quartz glass. Alright, so now we should be ready to program our link chambers. Not program, sorry, to get the quantum ring blocks. Let's see, I got the... Did I get the energy cell? Yes, I got the energy cell out. And then we need the rest of it, which is processors and stuff, right? Yeah. Should have all of that. Sweet. Okay, so we're just going to put this pattern in over here and queue up 16 of those. And hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. Huh. Okay, so here we go. Quantum link chambers, let's go, let's just say 20. Looks like everything's good to go, so then we just have to wait. So jump cut upgrade initialize. Actually, I forgot, we still need to make our quantum entangled singularity, so we might as well do that while this is chugging away. So, to do that, we need to take our singularity and a bit of ender powder, which I should have a little bit. I got one. Perfect. And we need to blow it up. So we're going to need a lever. Should have a lever. And a little bit of dynamite. Do I have dynamite? I do not. There should be like a miniature dynamite that I can use. Oh, it's going to be TNT, that's why. This is it. Tiny TNT, which is nether quartz dust and gunpowder. Sweet. Alright, so let's just take this down in the desert and go blow it up. This should be pretty easy. Hopefully there isn't any nasty. So I'm still getting used to the actual regular gravity. This looks like as good a spot as any. So we'll just throw down our good old friend Tiny TNT. Put a lever down next to it. And then toss out. Oop, I gotta turn off my rare earth magnet. Alright, so singularity, ender dust, and then blow it up. Alrighty, so that should give us 2. Yep, quantum entangled singularity. So this is what we are going to use. I believe we can rename these 2 so that we know what they are, but so I think I'll probably just end up moving my gate, so I should only need 1 set of these, which, you know, now that I've got almost a full stack of singularities is going to be really useful. Alright, I'll put the sand in there. Let's see how our quantums are doing. Oh, good. So we've got enough to build the first one. So we're just going to put this guy right over here on the floor. And I'm thinking right there. Alright, so we're just going to put it on this red line over here. So to make this guy, you take your quantum ring blocks and you make, amazingly, a ring out of them. And like so. And then we're going to put a quantum link chamber in the center. Boom, and then it forms into this nice multi-block. Into the center is going to be where we put our pearl, or our quantum entangled singularity, I should say. We're going to need some ME cable. Ugh. I need some ME cable and some red dye. That should probably be enough. Do I have a red roller still? Yes, I do. Sweet. So let's see. Singularity is done. Quantum ring is done. Next is going to be automation of pylons and of dense cells. Alright, so maybe 5 is not going to be enough. 1, 2, 3. Oh, maybe it is. Alright. It is not. I'm going to need a little bit more. Oh, no, there we go. Just had enough. Wow, look at that. Then let's paint it red to match the other cables. Shloop. Sorry for the frames. For some reason, the frames have gotten real in my base, even though I moved all the biggest offenders off base. Alright, so that's our quantum ring. And what that'll do is that we can attach to another quantum ring at the other end, and it will form up into a bridge that will connect directly to my AE system here. And basically, I'm doing that so that I can make all of my pylons and stuff, just have them go right into the AE system, and then I can pull them remotely at the site where I'm going to do my builds. It's also going to let me build my power storage system that I need in order to power the spatial pylons. It's going to let me do that across this gate rather than having to build it, tear it down, and then rebuild it. Fortunately, there's no way to get away from doing that with the pylons, but yeah, that is what it is. Alright, so that's done. And this can go in there. Quantum entangled singularities are also going to go in there for now, because until I actually get to the asteroid belt, or rather until I get to the deep dark, there's not going to be any point. Alright, so next, what we're going to do is we're going to actually start with the power blocks first. I had these two out of order. And we're going to automate dense cells. So to do that, we're just going to put the recipe on in here. But we're going to need a cell first, because I think each dense cell takes 8 of these. But we only need 1 in order to make the recipe. So the dense cell... what are they called? Applied energistics. What are they called? They were dense cells? Energy cell? Dense energy cell. Yeah. Okay. I was right. Sort of. Each one of these should take, it's 8 of the other ones around a calculation processor. So it's actually not all that bad. So we just need the cell. And then we're going to need a calculation processor. It's going to use up our last blank too. Calculation processor in the center. Boom. There we go. Now, we need a ton of these. Well, not a ton. Not as nearly as bad as the pylons. We actually need... Let's bring this down here. We actually need 125 of these. And that's kind of a rough guess at what I need. Based on some testing, but I honestly don't know if 125 is going to be enough. That's one of those things we're going to find out once we've built all the pylons. But I'm hoping that my crafting grid is enough that it can do this without any problem. 39,000 bytes used out of, I believe this has 4 16K storages, so yeah. So that's going to go to town making those. And it's going to take a while. If we check out our crafting status, it's got to make some fluix dust, it's got to make quartz glass, and yeah, so it looks like it's going to take almost 4,000 fluix. Which, we've got. So yeah. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start on the pylons. Now the pylons we're going to do a little bit differently. Now the pylons are actually not that bad to make. It's just fluix dust, pure Certus crystal, quartz glass, and some ME cable. So, start with the ME cable. ME glass. Unfortunately, I can't craft anything automatically right now, so we're going to have to do a lot of this. That's fine. We're going to have to do a lot of this by hand. And then we're also going to need to get some fluix crystal. Actually, we're going to need pure fluix because we're making so many of these. Doubling our fluix is actually going to be kind of important. So do I still have some fluix dust? I probably do. No, I do not. Nor do I have the ability to make him. Should not have kicked off that job. I could cancel it, I suppose. Yeah, let's just cancel that job because we're going to need to be able to put this together. So do we have any pure now? And we should be able to make 1 real quick. And we're going to need more than 1 because the crafting is... No, 1 should be fine. Alright, so we're going to need that. Let's look at the pylons again. Let's see. 1 pure, 2 dust, 2 glass, and 4 quartz glass. Quartz glass. That's fused quartz. Quartz glass. Oh, yeah, I got quartz glass. So quartz glass, ME cable, I need fluix dust, which I've got, and pure fluix crystal. I think that's it. Double check this before. Spatial pylon. Yep, that should be it. Okay, so what we're going to do for these is we're actually going to come over here to this tier 3 crafter and do it using this guy. And the reason we're going to do that is because I do not want to try to queue up 3,000 pylons in my auto crafting AE system. It's going to be easier, actually not 3,000, 5,000, sorry. It's going to be easier to actually do it over here. So what we'll do is we're going to set this to keep so that it's going to keep a little bit of each of this in the inventory. And we're just going to program in, so I believe it was this at the corners, this in the center, this top and bottom, and this side to side. Yes. Alright, and then we want that to go external. Speed mode's fast, yeah. and apply. So it's not going to be able to make any of them because I put it on keep and it's only got one pure fluix crystal. And that's actually kind of what we want. Now the way we want to do this, and I put the wrong kind of thing over here. Let's, can I just snag that? Yeah, okay. So what we want to do, we actually want an export bus. Craft ourselves up an export bus real quick. We want an export bus, and we're actually going to want a card that's redstone. Yeah, redstone card. Let's see if we can make a redstone card. And we're also going to need a level emitter. And ME level emitter. Alright. And we're also going to need a little bit of ME glass cable, which actually have some in there, so that should be fine. Oh, we're also going to need the crafting card. Almost forgot. And an extender card. I need lots of cards. Fuzzy card, crafting card I need. I also need an extender card, which is the capacity card. Okay, so hopefully this export bus will have have enough space for all the stuff that it needs to have. Actually, I'm not going to be able to put it there either. Alright, so I can grab the semi-glass cable and just move it around. Because this has to be in a way that I can actually access it using the that level emitter. Because that's going to go there. And then we can put this here. And this... Actually, I don't have to do it that way. I can just make it so that this thing is redstone mode off to activate. And we'll just bring this up to here. So I don't actually need that redstone card after all. And we'll put the level emitter right there. I actually probably have to bring that over one. Yeah. Thank you. So if we bring it here, level emitter there. I think that's how it works. Hopefully that doesn't screw things up. We'll see. And we're going to want that to be set to 5,000 of the spatial pylon. So we actually have to get a spatial pylon built in order for this to work. And unfortunately, my kids are waking up, so I'm going to have to cut here. And I will cut back in after I got that sorted. I'll be right back. Alright, so we're going to get this set up real quick. So we need to put our cards in there. We don't actually need that redstone card after all. So we want it to automatically export glass cable, which it will queue up and do. This is unfortunately going to mean that I'm not going to be able to do any other crafting unless I build a secondary crafting unit. But as you can see, it's already coming in there. We need to do that also with these as well. We'll do that guy, and that guy. In fact, making more crafting units will probably make this work a little bit faster. And there. So, once this makes our spatial pylons, what they will do is they will hit this export area, and they will be brought back into the ME system. And what we're going to do with this guy is once we've got a spatial pylon, I grabbed the interface, not that guy. Once we got the spatial pylon, we put it in there. So what that will do is that this will just continually make spatial pylons until it's got 5,000 of them in the ME system, and then it'll just stop. And that'll basically make us pylons until we're done. And that's going to largely take place off camera and while I'm not even here, because again, and I don't know if I actually have to worry about, I might be able to craft up one of these pure fluix. Next. Yeah, if we craft up one of these, we should be able to get that first spatial pylon and I can finish configuring this thing. Yeah, hopefully I'm going to be cutting that sound down in post because that's just horrible. Got that pure fluix. Okay, so if I put this pure fluix in there, it should make our first pylon. And hopefully I can snag it out of there before the import bus grabs it. Yeah, import bus is online, so it should work. Alright, so then we come over here, and we say that once we got 5,000, we have that spatial pylon. Or once we got 5,000 spatial pylons, this redstone will go high, and it will basically give a redstone signal to this guy. And I think that works. There's only one way to find out, though. If we take this down to, let's say, take it down to 0, it goes high, and we're going to need another pure fluix to see if it prevents crafting. If it doesn't, then I'm going to have to probably point that down at it. I may have it in the wrong spot. In fact, I'm pretty sure I do. So we just need another pure fluix real quick. Come on. That's right, it's got to go through that chamber. So if I toss this pure fluix in there, nope, it still crafted it up. Is it going to grab it? Well, at least it grabbed it out. Alright, so this is obviously not pointed in the right direction. So we need to grab it, and we need to put it on the underside. So if I just stick it like there, there we go. It's not configured. So then, if I toss another pure fluix in there, alright, so if I toss another pure fluix in here, it shouldn't do anything because we now have redstone high on it. And indeed, that is the case. So now that we're properly configured, this is actually going to work. So instead, we now need to set it up to 5,000 of spatial pylon. And now it should have, yep, used that. It's already been exported. Now it's going to mostly fill this guy up, I guess, with quartz glass, which is not a problem. One of the reasons we put it on keep is that once this fills up with quartz glass, this export bus will notice that it can't store any more of this quartz glass in there, and it'll start making the other things, and then we'll actually start getting the pylons. And they'll start getting sucked in. So that's going to pretty much run while I'm logged off, you know, sleeping, at work, whatever. So automatic pylons are done, and automatic done cells. Now, I don't know if that auto-crafting ties up my crafting CPU, so I'm going to wait on the dense cells until it's actually done doing its thing, and then I'll just come back later and do the dense cells. But that is pretty much it for today. Got Mars completely done, now have all of the automation completely done. We just have to actually let it do its thing and make all the bits that we need. Hopefully we won't run out of fluix or anything, but if we do, I've actually taken my bees out, and they're chilling here while my alvears are actually making some other stuff that I just needed, some little stuff. So yeah, we're doing good. Next time we're going to be heading to the deep dark. That should actually be a relatively fast episode session, because we don't actually have to do that much. We just have to make a dark helm, deep dark portal, and then go there and secure the site. Then after that, the asteroid belt, again, pretty quick. That's pretty much the same as deep dark, just got to go there and secure a site. And then we hit the big one, which is getting the spatial I/O setup completely built. It's a lot of things to build and a lot of things to set up, and yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. But I don't think it's undoable. It's just gonna take some time. But I want to thank you for watching. I really do appreciate anybody who watches me, and I appreciate it even more if you have a good time, or at least if you learn something. But if not, I hope the rest of your day goes really well. But I'll catch you guys later. See ya.